Hello, BookTube. Earlier today, Greg of Another Bibliophile Reads made an addendum to his video of the five hardest books that he's ever read. In this case, 5 hard books that he wants to read. I thought that was a very interesting idea for a video, so I decided to add these 5 books for another video today. So I think today I'm being rather like Steve Donahue in how many videos I'm going to be making, because I want to make one more video as well. So again, the original 5 hardest books you've read tag was the creation of Paul of the Accidental Bookseller. So I'll have links to both Paul and Greg's channels in the show notes down below, as well as a list of the 5 books that I want to read, or in this case, mostly Bail or Redeem. So for those of you who don't know, I tend to not finish quite a number of the books that I want to read, largely because I'm really not in the mood when I set myself to reading them, and it sometimes takes quite a while to get into the mood to read them. Regardless, when I do make repeated attempts at reading those books, I call them Bail Redemptions. So quite a few of the books that I'm going to be featuring are Bail Redemptions, the 3 that I have in my possession, and there are 2 that I don't have that I will just talk about, and those are the first 2 books that I'm going to talk about. So, the first book that I would like to read that is incredibly hard is Ulysses by James Joyce. Ulysses takes place over the course of a day and is about 2 individuals, Harold Bloom and Stephen Dedalus. And I don't know much more about the novel than that. I do not have a copy in my possession, but I might go around and pick a copy up. The second book I would like to read that is incredibly hard is The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. This is about a man who is going to a sanitarium to visit a friend and is convinced that he himself needs to spend some time in the sanitarium, and he never leaves. I have been meaning to read the work of Thomas Mann for a very long time, and I have never gotten around to it. So, on to the books that I do have in my library. Starting again in publication order, Beloved by Toni Morrison. This is a novel about a former slave who is haunted by the ghost of the daughter that she murdered in order to prevent that daughter from being returned to slavery, years before the novel takes place. I have tried to read it once before and did not make much progress in it. But I recently had a strong desire to give it another go. So I have re-added a new copy of Beloved to my library. The next book that I would like to read that is incredibly hard is My Name is Red by Orhan Pamuk, translated from the Turkish by Erdag Goknar. So this is a historical novel set in the 17th century, if I'm remembering correctly, and is about an investigation into a murder and of something going on in the Sultan's miniaturist school. There's other things going on as well. it is incredibly complicated. The chapters are short and weird, and while I'm pretty sure there will be a time when I will read this, it has defeated me a few times. And finally, the fifth hard book that I would like to read is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This is also a historical novel set in 19th century New Zealand during the years of British colonization and occupation of the island. And it's about a group of people who come to, I think, a gold mining town, and stuff happens from there. I have tried this novel a few times and have not had success. So, hopefully I will succeed at some point in the future. Anyway, BookTube, on to one more video. So, see you then.